Now we are going to discuss about free trade and about different trade barriers. Free trade. Free trade means unrestricted purchase and sale of goods and services between countries. Under free trade policy, goods and services can be bought and sold across international boundaries without any without government tariffs, quotas, or subsidies, etc. And according to Adam Smith, free trade is used to denote the system of commercial policy which draws no distinction between domestic and foreign commerce. In short, we can say that free trade means open economy. Any country can trade across the international boundaries, which is known as free trade, which is also known as open economy. These are the major features of free trade. Protectionism and free trade. The difference between protectionism and free trade. Protectionism is intended to protect the domestic industries and their workers by providing subsidies for their production and imposing tariff, etc. Whereas free trade involves unrestricted purchase and sale of goods and services between countries. Protectionism protects domestic firms from international competition, whereas free trade helps the countries to focus on its competitive advantage and to conduct trade across the boundaries. And protectionism is adopted using measures such as tariffs, quotas, subsidy legislation, etc. Whereas free trade is carried out by using free trade agreements such as NAFTA, FTT, FTAA, etc. And protectionism leads to economic decline because there will not be a economic growth in the country, but free trade enhances the economic growth, therefore it will be economically benefited. And less competition in case of protectionism, whereas free trade increases the competition. And in case of protectionism, less employment opportunities will be created within the country, but in case of free trade, it creates more employment opportunities across the globe. And protectionism only protects the nation's culture. Free trade provides access to the worldwide market. Next, we are going to study about the trade barriers. Trade barriers are the measures that the government introduced to make imported goods or services less competitive than domestic market goods. We can say that these are the obstacles. Trade barriers are the obstacles introduced by the different countries to protect their domestic industry and to restrict the import of goods. Trade barriers are classified into two: tariff barriers and non-tariff barriers. And tariff barriers are those barriers which is also known as taxes are imposed on imported goods. And tariff barriers can be classified into two: revenue tariff and progressive tariff. Different types of tariff barriers. The first one is specific duty. It is based on the physical characteristics of the good, means products. A fixed amount of money can be levied on each unit of imported goods regardless of its price. Whereas an ad valorem duty or tariff is levied as a fraction of the value of imported goods. Suppose 60% tariff on the value of imported vehicles, etc. Ignores the consideration of weight, size or volume of commodity, etc. One is combined or compound duty. It is a combination of specific and ad valorem duty on a single product. Sliding scale duty. These are the import duties which vary according to the price of the commodity, which is known as sliding scale duty. And these are also called as seasonal duties. Usually, these duty is charged on agricultural products due to natural factors. Next is countervailing duty, and countervailing duty is occurs when a foreign government provides financial assistance to benefit the production, manufacture or exportation of a good. The foreign government is subsidizing the foreign producers. So it is imposed on certain imports where products are subsidized by the exporting province. non-tariff barriers. Non-tariff barriers are non-tax trade barriers that restrict imports to favor the domestic firms. These are country-specific barriers, and these affect the quantity of imports, not the price of the imported goods. Next is product labeling. Here, types of non-tariff barriers. The first one is quota system. Under the system, a country already fixed the limit of import quantity of commodity, and that much of commodity will be permitted for import from other countries during that period. And this is known as quota system. And under quota system, we have four types: customs quota, unilateral quota, bilateral, and multilateral. First one is customs quota, which means certain specified quantity of import is allowed at duty free or at reduced rate of import duty. And if that foreign company or country wants to uh, export additional quantity of goods, they have to pay additional rate of duty. And the next one is unilateral quota. Here the total import quantity is fixed without prior consultation with the exporting country. Then bilateral. Here the quotas are fixed after negotiation between importing country and the exporting country. The multilateral quota means a group of countries come together and fix quota for export as well as import for each country. So customs quota means what? Certain specific quantity of import is allowed, and for additional imports beyond a particular limit, they have to pay increased rate of duty. And unilateral quota means here the total import quota is fixed without consulting with the exporting countries. In case of bilateral quota, the quotas are fixed after the negotiation by negotiating between the importing country and the exporting country. In multilateral quota, here uh, a group of countries come together and fix quota for export as well as import for each country. Which is product standards. Here each country fixed in product standards for imported items. If the imported items do not conform to established standards, the imports are not allowed. Domestic content require means it demands that some specific fraction of goods to be produced domestically, which means government imposes domestic content requirements to boost domestic production. In that, the exporting company requires a specific fraction of the final good to be produced domestically. It may be specified in value terms by requiring that some minimum share of a value of good represents domestic value added or in fiscal units. It's for boosting the domestic industry. That here the main core concept is the foreign companies should use or should utilize the domestic produced goods for their production. Next is product labeling. Here, some countries insist the foreign countries on specific labeling of the product. And the next one is packaging requirements. Similar to this, certain nations insist on particular type of packaging materials. Then only they can export to other countries. Then consular formalities. Consular formalities are the procedures required by the countries before their custom authorities permit goods produced in other country to enter their market, which means the exporting country can enter into the other country only when they clear the consular formalities. Then stage trading. Here in some countries like India, certain items are imported or exported only through canalizing agencies. Canalizing agencies means what? Canalization of import and export means import and export of commodities only through specific government agencies such as STC, State Trading Corporation of India, etc.